On this week's show, Jeff Johnston gives us an in-depth look and review of Gulfstream's new B-Touring Cruiser motorhome. Also, we'll head to Tennessee and visit Trail Manor and see what goes into building their popular hard-sided folding trailers. Annie Van shows us a unique, refreshing drink that you should try during your next camping trip or cookout. These stories and more on this week's Rollin' On TV. Closed and Spanish captioning, where available, is sponsored by Jayco. At Jayco, we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. We get a lot of feedback from viewers about how they like Jeff's in-depth product features. Let's join him as he checks out the new Gulfstream B-Touring Cruiser.
RVers have another option available in the low-profile Class C market, the B-Touring Cruiser from Gulfstream. This coach was gone from the company's lineup for a while, but now it's back and submitted for your approval. When you plan a new motorhome with a solid, dependable foundation, it's a great first step towards product success. This version of the BT Cruiser motorhome from Gulfstream Coach is built on the Ford E-Series chassis. E-Series chassis have been used on Class C motorhomes for decades. The design hasn't changed much over the years, and that's okay because it's all time-proven, familiar. People who operate Class Cs know when they get in one of these coaches, it doesn't take long to get accustomed to operating this vehicle. And like a lot of smaller Class Bs or smaller Class Cs, it's very, very painless to drive this thing. It's fairly compact. It's not too long, it's not too wide or big. People can be comfortable behind the wheel of this, pretty much like they would behind the wheel of a family full-size van, for example. Even a crowded Lake Michigan Beach parking lot is no problem for the easy maneuvering BT Cruiser. Comfortable long-distance travel is the Model 5230 B-Touring Cruiser's strong point. The 362 horsepower 6.8-liter V10 gas engine muscles it down the road in smart fashion. The controls and features here on the dash of the E-Series chassis are very familiar and very easy to get accustomed to. The HVAC controls are within easy reach. The radio is right where the driver can reach it and where the passenger can reach it, which is good. You got plug-in to charge up your electrical devices. The cruise control, wipers, tow haul mode on the shift lever, they're all right where they've been for an awful long time. The dash is readily visible. You got simple analog gauges. They operate well and they do the trick without all the complexity of a bunch of digital nonsense. In the middle of the dash, there is a small digital readout screen that covers your trip odometer and a few other features. Altogether, it's exactly what you need in a motorhome. Parking an RV while traveling can be a challenge. With a smaller rig like a B+ or low-profile C, you have a lot more choices about where to stop. We were lucky to use a standard street-side spot during a lunch break in beautiful Saugatuck, Michigan. Our campsite was terrific but narrow. The slide-out barely cleared the bushes on one side and the awning ran into the shrubs on the other. With our great view of the lake, we didn't complain. There's a surprising amount of exterior storage in the BT Cruiser. Longer items like camp chairs can be packed in the driver's side space, and a similar compartment is located curbside. The utility bay provides access to the dump valves and hardware along with the holding tank wiring, and that's convenient for maintenance later on. Generator tune-ups are simplified by the driver's side access door. Space is tight inside the Cruiser, but Gulfstream made good use of the square footage. This includes for the pair of sofa beds, one in the street side slide-out. The slide out is deployed, and we have the living area here in the B Touring Cruiser set up for evening lounging. You've got a really nice two-post table here that's big enough for 2 or 3 people to sit, play cards, something like that. You have access around this end. It's a little too tight on this end. And then you have the other sofa here, and they're both fold-out hide-a-beds, which is the main sleeping area here. This comes apart. Pull out the 2 posts. That's pretty much standard for a lot of RVs. And then there's no handle or lever here, or strap to grab. You just got to kind of feel around and find it. This lays down. This other one also lays down flat. And these are the main beds for the sleeping area. We'll be back with more on the B Touring Cruiser right after these messages, so stay tuned.
Thetford's tough new Titan sewer hose is virtually uncrushable. Ever had your sewer hose run over by an RV? Watch Titan bounce back. Titan hose is made of Thetford's proprietary blend of TPE and provides the highest degree of puncture and abrasion resistance. It has an easy-to-grip fitting for a leak-free connection to RV outlets. A rotating elbow easily aligns and allows a convenient connection and straighter flow. Titan provides more for your money and is another innovation from Thetford, the RV sanitation leader.
When you have a Truma AquaGo instant hot water system, you can expect to make a lot of new friends.
Welcome back to Rollin' On TV. Let's continue our look at the B Touring Cruiser with more details about the interior features and the sofa beds. These guys just simply pop out, which adds a little extra length to your sleeping space, which is really nice. That helps when you're taller than 5'3". Now you have approximately 6 feet outside to outside on the bolster, on the armrest. And same on this side. These guys also come out. So you have about 6 feet of sleeping space, wall to wall in effect, in the slide out. And if you're taller than 6 feet, well, your feet are going to have to hang off the end of the sofa a little bit. Otherwise, this is pretty much it. Lots of walking space in between, and you got room to stash your luggage or whatever else you might happen to have handy when you're in sleep mode. Now, we do have a small bone to pick with the padding on this. The bottom part of the sofa, when it's used in the sofa mode, is fairly firm and thick and supportive. This is the back of the sofa. When it folds down into a bed, it's considerably softer and thinner than this part. So if you happen to be a sleeper who has to sleep diagonally in order to fit into this space, you have this gap here, plus you have a thick padding and thin padding, and it's a definite difference. Plus, there's a metal bar that runs down underneath here that's part of the mechanism for the folding mechanism, and another one that runs up here. We think that for long-term use, somebody will probably want to augment this with some sort of additional foam padding, something a little thicker here, and then something maybe to cover the whole thing to conceal some of these gaps. That might make for a more comfortable night's sleep. There are adequate spaces for storage inside, including overhead near the 32-inch TV, above the curbside sofa bed, and there's a wardrobe with 2 bonus drawers next to the entry door. A roomy pantry adjacent to the 2-door refrigerator adds to the kitchen area storage. Gulfstream packs a smart selection of features into the compact kitchen. The double bowl stainless steel sink is larger than usual for a smaller coach. Serious cooks will enjoy the 3-burner stove that tops the built-in oven. And the convection microwave adds meal prep flexibility. A step into the bath reveals the usual sensibly arranged facilities that include a generous-sized shower and a skylight for extra illumination. While we make our last important stop on the way home, we're reminded once again why we really like these smaller sized RVs. We're able to park it just about anywhere. Now, we take up 2 parking spaces this time, but we're only here for a few minutes to get something to go. This is really handy.
Here you go. Thank you for stopping in. Have a wonderful day.
And the last thing we have to do here while we're up in Upper Michigan, we could not leave the area without picking up our mandatory pasties. Great for the road. If you enjoy RV travel and the comfort and convenience it offers, the B-Touring Cruiser is a smart option if a downsized but full-featured rig will fit your needs. For more information about the Gulfstream B-Touring Cruiser, log on to our website at RollinOnTV.com.
Coming up, we'll visit Trail Manor, but first, a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. At Jayco, we're a lot more than just an RV manufacturer. We're all about family, and we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. To see our complete product line and find your nearest Jayco dealer, visit us online at jayco.com or just log on to RollinOnTV.com. At Norcold, we realize that some of your favorite RV destinations are off the grid. And Norcold refrigerators are uniquely designed with that RV experience in mind. We call it Freedom Unplugged. To learn more about our Norcold RV refrigerator line or to find a dealer near you, visit our website at norcold.com. Now you can have your own Truma AquaGo hot water system. Rollin' On TV and Truma will be giving one lucky viewer a free Truma AquaGo system, completely installed by a Truma certified dealer partner. Just think of it. No more cold or hot water flashes, just continuous instant hot water where and when you want it. To learn how the AquaGo system works, you can watch the video right on our contest page, plus see what other RVers are saying about this amazing system. To enter is simple. Just visit our website, Facebook page, or Truma US Facebook page and click on the contest link where you'll find all the information on entering. Also, as part of this contest, Truma will be giving away free level check gauges, 1 per week for the entire 6 weeks of the contest. So, get those entries in and soon you may be taking an instant, constant, and endless hot shower in your RV. And, most likely, making a lot of new friends. I'm sure you've seen these on the road and thought, gee, what a small camping trailer. But remember, looks can be deceiving. The Trail Manor is the only hardwall trailer that tows like a pop-up and sets up in just 2 minutes. Think I'm kidding? Check this out. As you see, the Cantilever Trail Manor is a mix between a folding camping trailer and a conventional hard-sided trailer, and is now being built in Jacksboro, Tennessee, with new owners Robert and Cleo Eichhoff. Trail Manor was founded in 1983 by William J. Halsey, a metallurgical engineer who actually designed and built the prototype much earlier. But only after 10 years of testing and perfecting did he bring it to the public. Now, there's a refreshing change. Perfect before you sell it. All Trail Manors start with a bare bones frame. Work begins with the frame upside down, where all the chassis components are attached, including axles, springs, and leveling jacks, plus all the underfloor wiring and plumbing, which can be done easier with the frame in this position. Next, the frame is turned upside down again and a highly insulated floor is installed. You'll notice that the floor is already cut out for all the plumbing and wiring. Next, the plumbing, wiring, and cabinets are installed prior to the sidewalls being put on. By the way, all those cabinets and woodwork you see are built right here in-house. Before all the walls can be installed, they have to be made, and that's also done in-house. Trail Manor uses a special vacuum bonding process that ensures that the walls, which include the outside aluminum skin, framework with insulation, and inner panels, are securely bonded for years of trouble-free service. Once the sidewalls are in place, workers finish up all the inside installations, including hooking up all of the interior components like heaters, stove, toilets, shower, and lighting. Simultaneously, all the exterior hookups are done and final caulking and trim work is completed. So, who would think that this little trailer you saw going down the road would transform itself into this luxurious, comfortable, and practical home away from home? Trail Manor has 5 models from around 17 foot to 24 foot with a wide selection of options. For additional information, be sure to visit their website at trailmanor.com. Just an update on this story. Since we originally produced this story, Trail Manor has moved their manufacturing operation to a new facility in Nebraska. Never run out of propane again. With Level Check, there's no more guesswork. Just run the gauge over the tank, and when the light turns from red to green, you'll know exactly how much propane you have left. It's that simple. Level Check, another great product from Truma. For more information, visit levelcheck.com. For 50 years, Campers Inn RV has been your trusted resource for RV sales, service, and accessories. Now, with 15 locations along the East Coast from New Hampshire to Florida, we'll be giving you that same family-friendly service and be your trusted resource for another 50 years. For information and locations, visit us online at campersinn.com.
When it gets warm and wonderful out, I like nothing better than to relax outside with friends and family or have some well-deserved me time with a cool beverage. Of course, there's your standard iced tea, beer, or gin and tonic. But like me, have you been craving a different drink? Something out of the ordinary but easy to put together? Something I might call a simple showstopper? Here's an ancient one that's been enjoyed for centuries and was imported to American shores to quench the thirst of colonists. This delicious drink is experiencing a resurgence in the hottest of hot bars and restaurants across the country. It's called a shrub. These terrifically named beverages were a refreshing, thirst-quenching staple way back when, and they're surprisingly cooling and delicious to boot even today. So are you interested? Well, don't turn off your TV when I tell you what's in a shrub. It's a delicious mix of club soda, sugar, fruit, herbs, and wait for it, vinegar. Fancy restaurants make drinking vinegars for their shrubs, but here in my RV kitchen, I use high-quality fruit-infused vinegars, like these that I get from my friend Theo at California's Global Gardens. I have this lovely little fruit balsamic vinegar from a shop called We Olive. And in fact, in lots of towns across the country, you have a store like this where you sample olive oils and vinegars. And you can bring your own bottle to fill. I love that. This is peach white balsamic. Or you can get a great fruit-infused vinegar at your grocery store. When I have a party, I like to set out all my vinegars and herbs, and then I allow my guests to make their own custom shrub. Today I'm going to show you how to make my personal favorite, a gorgeous green shrub. So here's what you're going to need. You need some fruit-infused vinegar. I'm going to use raspberry in this case. We've also got some fresh basil. This is green basil. Purple works really nicely as well. We're going to use some superfine sugar, or you can use some simple syrup if you have that. I've got some club soda, some ice, some fresh raspberries to garnish it with, as well as some chilled vodka, just in case you want to have an adult beverage. So it's really simple to make. Let's get started. I'll show you how to do it. We're going to begin with a beautiful clear glass so we can see the gorgeous drink once it's made. We're going to start with our basil. So I'm going to cut some basil. By the way, I picked this up at my grocery store's produce section just the other day. It was $2.99. It's living basil. You're not supposed to replant it. Really, really neat. So I'm going to cut some of this. We're looking for about, I don't know, 6-ish basil leaves. There we go, and some for a beautiful garnish. Into our cup, we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of this super fine sugar. Now you might find that you need a little bit more. Once you get going, we'll taste the drink and we'll see what we think. I don't think you're going to need any less. And we're going to put 2 tablespoons of our red raspberry vinegar. Right like this. Perfect. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to muddle it. Now this is a muddler. It looks like a little wooden bat and it's got a flat end on it. What we're going to do is we're going to put it in the glass and we're going to squish the herbs around. We're going to release all the essential oils and the flavors. It's going to break it up into small little chunks. That's okay. It'll be delicious to drink. What we're going to do is we're going to put some ice cubes into the glass, easy as can be. We're going to top this with some club soda. Going to give it a nice stir. I'm going to taste it. It's a little tart. I think I'll put a slight bit more sugar in it. Maybe half a tablespoon. Just like so. Give it a nice stir. That's just about right. In fact, it's perfect. Top it off with a little more club soda so we have a nice full drink. Top it with some gorgeous fresh raspberries. This extra piece of basil I cut right in there as a garnish. Well, there you have it. As promised, a simple and delicious showstopper. I hope that you try this at home with your favorite fruit-infused vinegars. Whatever flavors of herbs and vinegars work for you, that's what I hope you try. Serve this to your guests. Everybody will have a ball and enjoy it. In fact, you'll be the talk of the party. Thanks again for joining me. I'm Yvonne, and we'll see you next time.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show, and for additional information on anything you saw on the show, along with additional videos and stories, visit our website at RollinOnTV.com. You can also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. As usual, this has been another fun production. For the latest up-to-the-minute RV news, visit our media partners at RVBusiness.com. If you're into RVing or just appreciate vintage vehicles, be sure to set your GPS for the RV MH Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana. This museum houses the largest collection of vintage RVs and trailers dating as far back as 1916. For more information, visit their website at rvmhhalloffame.org.